Hey, good morning, everybody. We are back down here in North Carolina. Actually, already went inside and had some assistance to get the TV. Oops, sorry. Already got some assistance to mount the TV. So, yay. I got my ladder so we can start concentrating moving these wires in the ceiling. And then we're going to focus our efforts on getting the distribution stuff done for the other TVs. I got my other mount, not the other mount, but the cage to pull the tower out. We're going to concentrate on our sound and want to get everything inside the sanctuary done and then work from there. So you see, we got a TV up. I just got to tighten up everything. I got a box, so we're going to make a pass-through for the power. And yay, so let me secure the mount to the back of the TV so that this thing ain't going nowhere. Set it up straight and then go from there. Alrighty, that part is done. Now I'm gonna start to concentrate resetting the sound, and I need to bring the rack mount in and roll this one out of here, and hopefully my rack will hold all of this. A bunch of this stuff yeah, I don't think mine is going to actually be big enough, because that's a 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's almost like it needs to have multiple low profile ones. So I might actually leave this here and then have to do a different rack. I think I'm gonna do that because mine still is not won't hold enough. I can still bring it in and move some of the stuff, but I won't be able to move everything. But some of the stuff can actually go away, probably, like the CD recorder. It's not needed. Music player, you could probably keep that there to play. All the stuff for the mics, I don't know. Well, let's concentrate on resetting this, and then we go from there. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is I downloaded the latest firmware before I came down. As you can see, we are on version, if I can get this glare out the way, 2.12, and it's currently 4.06. So, get that here, but first, let's make a few changes here. I'm going to change the config to defaultly go to scenes when you press the scenes button over here. So let's go to scenes. So actually did back this up, whoever set this up originally. So I'm going to go all the way down here to the bottom. And they did do a backup. So I'm going to make another backup here. We're going to save to this. We're going to call it today's date. The 23rd. Yes, it is the 23rd. Alright, so we have our stuff set. I'm also going to save this to my thumb drive. So it's been saved. So we can always revert back to it. The time is off, all that fun stuff. But anyway, now let's go back over here to setup. And we're going to update the firmware. Let me pick where the firmware is, which is x32, which is the file I made. Update. That's going to load up, and when it's done, we should be on version 4.06. The color scheme will be different and all that sort of stuff, and then we'll restore it back. And see, it's not that much is on here. Mainly it's just Core 2 and Core 3. But yeah, and I think I do have a long USB cable, So this is what I'm going to use to send audio from here from ProPresenter to this, which I did in a recent video as well too. So let's wait for that to come through and we'll be back. Alrighty, we are on the latest version. Again, everything was wiped out, but what we're going to do is go to our scenes, and let's go fix that again. Config. When I press scenes, I want to go to the scenes button. So scenes, and let's scroll all the way down to 98, and we're going to do go, confirm, and boom. Now everything is back, but we're on the latest version. Yay! The other thing we got to do is recalibrate this. I mean, not recalibrate, but this is not connected to the network, so we're going to do that. I do already have the audio cable being routed over here, but what I'm going to do now that that's updated, I'm going to play some music through here first to make sure that's working, and then after that, I need to put this on the network, find the live line that's sending internet back here, and get that connected. So I do have my tester today, so we can find a networking cable to see where we go from there. All right, folks, I'm a little winded, but main cables have been ran. I got to make a little notch on that back tile right behind the TV, because you can see the cable coming down right there and right here. There's a brick wall right there, so I got to figure out how I'm gonna run the two cables through to drop down to the camera. But right now, and I need to put that towel back. Right now, I am setting up to pull. Good thing is the Ethernet cable is already there, so I don't need to do that. But I need to run the HDMI cable here. And what I think I'm going to do is, as well as this TV, I'm going to try and run everything just across and then drop there into the media booth. So that cable will go up straight into there. That one will come all the way there, take a turn, and then drop in that corner. Now the other thing I realized, in my tiredness, I did not pack my bag, my other tool bag, which has my drywall saw. So I can't cut through that, and that's some very thick drywall, but the idea was to feed through this, and if it's hollow, I may pass the HDMI cable up through the wall as well too if it's hollow, but that way the HDMI will just marry with all the other cables that I'm running in that direction. But we'll see. And there was already some RG6 cables there. I don't know where they go, but I may not. I bought about 1,000 feet or 500 feet of RG6 because I was going to run that other cable with the other adapters to feed the other side of the sanctuary. But it looks like there's a cable already there. I want to see where they go, because there were a couple of RG59s which are not, won't support 1080p 60, but there were ones that are marked as RG6, so I can use that, but I just need to find where they go. Worst case scenario, if they are already on the other side of the building, that works, because I can just splice another cable onto it and cut the rest of the distance, and I don't have to worry about that. The other thing we need to figure out is where the internet is and isolate that cable, but I'm trying to catch my breath so that I can start moving these cables up in here. I don't understand all the ladder climbing that I'm doing. I should be in better shape than this, but oh well. Oh, it's been a long day, folks. We've gotten all of our cables here. I was actually able to, the hole up here was actually wide enough that I was actually able to feed my fiber HDMI cable to this camera, so this one is completely done. That one over there, I might need to widen the hole a little bit. But what I also did, if I walk over here, I couldn't find an Ethernet cable, so I'm just being prepared. I actually pulled an RG6 cable and a Cat6 cable, just in case, so that I know that I'm running my own stuff. I know that there's a feed for that security camera somewhere, but we're gonna pull those cables. I need to drill a hole to get those cables through and find where the closest Ethernet connection is. I'm really hoping it's back here, but that's what we got going on so far, and I still forgot to move my ladder to close that tile up. I pretty much was talking to Pastor, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get everything done in the other areas, but we want to make sure inside the sanctuary is good. I'm going to be back tomorrow, make sure I pack my impact drill in my other bag so we can saw through, get this TV up. You know what I should have did? I didn't pull the cable for that TV. All right, I got to do that. I have another fiber HDMI cable that's going to feed to there. So I'm going to do that. Man, I can't believe I forgot to do that. But we'll feed that TV. That's going to plug into the mini monitor on the computer. I'm going to find the closest area for internet over here, and then also a distribution for the SDI cable that's going to feed the other wing on this part of the building. So let me do that, and then I'm going to pass out and head back home. Well, go get something to eat, then head back home. All right, folks, super tired, but we got some good stuff going on. I had pulled a cable, but I guess once I moved this out of the way, there was actually a network jack right there. So yay, I didn't have to pull anything. But we're still going to use that stuff. So those two cables, I can either do SDI, or I completely forgot about this. Now that I know that that's a Cat 6 cable, I could send HD base T over that cable, and that would give me 500 feet and get over there. But you know, anyway, at this point I have everything wired. The X32 is on the network, the ATEM is on the network, the controller is connected, the computer is connected, and the internet speed is more than fast enough. So I don't have to worry about that. We got our audio coming in. I'm going to rewire this because reprogram this when I get a chance. Because right now they have these buses for all the speakers and nothing is going to the mains. So I'm going to reconfigure this to those ones that are on the sides, which are probably going to be here. I'm going to reroute them to be the mains and then set up everything else in a different way, and then make bus number 5 maybe the live stream, but we'll come back to that. At this point, I'm going to put the software on here so that I can talk to this, and then reconnect all the cameras because all the cables are hanging right there. I'm going to connect them and then set all of these to a dynamic IP address so that I don't have to worry about them changing again. And then I am heading home, and then we'll be back in the morning to knock out much more, get all these cables that are here punched through there. I need to get my masonry bit, and we're going to drill a hole through there pretty big so that more cables can be ran. I also have the cable and everything already connected for the stage display, but I need to get an extension cable and run the cables through the wall into the other room. That should be done. All the cables here are done. I need to also make a hole above the baptistry so that I can run the cables for the front camera there as well too. But like I said, I'm gonna hook up all the cameras right now, make sure they come up, and then I'm going to set the IP address to all of them, and then we go from there. All right, a very productive day heading back. Like I said, most likely we probably won't be able to finish up everything by Thursday, but the plan is to get the sanctuary done so that they can live stream with the equipment that they have, well, that we put in, and then also get that sound working. So
it goes wrong, the chain reaction.
All right, so the main thing is tomorrow, make sure I bring my masonry bit. I'm gonna pack that once I get home, punch a hole, drill a hole through right above the media so we can run all the cables, feed them in, connect them to the system so we can get the front and the back cameras hooked up, I already got the IP addresses set for the other ones. The sides, we just got to do the front and the back, have that connected to the remote control, feed all the cables, get all the cables up out of the way, concentrate on, since the live stream, internet, and all that stuff is done, want to concentrate all the rest of my attention in getting everything done for the sanctuary so that they'll be ready. So Thursday, I'll let Pastor Isaac know that we're gonna just concentrate on training so that everybody can get up and running. So y'all be surprised you don't see a live stream being tested out. But I think that's mainly it. And then we're gonna schedule another time for me to finish out and do the routing. One thing I did notice, there was coaxes to all the TVs. And what I would really like to do, which I think would make this super easy, is get a Thor HDMI to coax modulator. Then I don't have to run anything. We just got to find the RG6 cable that's coming from the back there, or bridge that, and then we can just run it, and then it'll show up as one of the cables, and we don't have to worry about running cables anywhere else. I think I might do that, because then we can just leave everything connected in the media booth, and then there's nothing that needs to be touched. I'm really thinking I might do that. I think I will. I'm probably going to order that on the way, and then we'll readjust and go from there. So we'll see y'all tomorrow, folks. Again, link is down below to everything we're using here. And it seems like everybody here at the church is actually watching the videos of their progress. So again, thank y'all for watching. So if you like this type of content, appreciate a like, consider subscribing, hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry, folks. This is AJ, and we will see you tomorrow. Later.